Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA Cup quarterfinal matchups: Bucks vs Magic, Knicks vs Hawks, Rockets vs Warriors, Thunder vs Mavericks. Milwaukee and New York are back in the NBA Cup quarterfinals just like they were last year. The other 6 teams left in the Cup, Oklahoma City, Golden State, Houston, Dallas, Atlanta and Orlando, are making it to this stage for the first time. Group play in the NBA Cup is finished and next week's quarterfinal matchups are set. Orlando will play in Milwaukee and Atlanta will face New York in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, Oklahoma City will host Dallas and Houston will host Golden State. Milwaukee 4-0 secured its spot by beating Detroit to win East Group B on Tuesday. New York 4-0 won East Group A by beating Orlando 3-1. Orlando made it to the East wildcard spot by winning a tiebreaker over Boston based on point differential. Atlanta 3-1 had already secured East Group C, mainly B, cause of a 1-point win over the Celtics on November 12. Oklahoma City's win over Utah gave the Thunder the West Group B title. They joined Houston West Group and Golden State West Group C as qualifiers. The Rockets and Warriors had already clinched their spots before Tuesday. Dallas came back from a 15-point deficit in the fourth quarter to beat Memphis and claimed the West wildcard spot. I like this cup. Maverick star Luka Doncic said the 4 quarterfinal winners will play in the semi-finals in Las Vegas on December 14th and the championship game will be there on December 17th. Best video game consoles: they put a tournament in front of us and we want to win it, and we said that early on. Bucks coach Doc Rivers said we're 4-0 but we still have a lot of work to do, but the bottom line is we earned a chance to play at home. I think even in the second year of the event some people still aren't clear on all the rules. Yes Doc, you'll be playing at home for the quarters. The Magic only needed to avoid losing by more hand 37 points to stay ahead of Boston in the point differential race to claim the wildcard spot. They were trailing by 37 points at New York late in the third quarter. However, the Magic outscored the Knicks 40-8. The rest of the way they lost by 15 points, but the point differential helped them advance ahead of the Celtics. We earned our way into the quarterfinal. Magic forward Franz Wagner said, obviously not our best game today, but that's why you play every minute in the other games. It feels weird after a game like this to advance, but that's just part of it. The Magic made it through because of the point differential. The Thunder edged out Phoenix for the West Group B title on a tiebreaker. Both teams went 3-1 in group play, but the lost to Oklahoma City and point differential helped Oklahoma City become the top seed in the West over Houston. I don't really know much about the cup and how it works and everything. Thunder guard Kaz Wallace said, I just know I want to win. Nuggets done. Warriors with last-minute victory. Not enough to save NBA Cup dreams. The Nuggets scored one of their most impressive victories of the young season, beating the Golden State Warriors at home 119-115. It didn't always look pretty, but the Nuggets played well in spurts and turned it on in crunch time, looking like a vintage version of the team that won a championship. Denver got down by as many as 10 points in the fourth quarter but mounted a clutch comeback led by none other than Nikola. The Joker was brilliant throughout the game, putting up 38 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists and 5 steals, but perhaps just as importantly it was Jokic's teammates making huge plays down the stretch. Michael Porter Jr. made some big shots. Aaron Gordon knocked down some clutch free throws. Christian Braun dove on the floor to secure the biggest loose ball of the game, and Jamal Murray even came through with some monstrous defensive plays. Despite the big win, it wasn't enough to vault the Nuggets into the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. Denver finished group play with a 2-2 record and a plus ISO differential, but they would have needed to win at least one more game to advance. Even with the loss, the Warriors won Group C with a 3-1 record in group play, and the Mavericks won the Western Conference's wildcard spot with a 3-1 record and a point differential of plus 46. The other West teams to advance to the knockout round are the Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. While losing the NBA Cup is a bummer, it's far from a big deal. Getting the team's regular season season back on track is a much bigger deal, and this is a huge step in the right direction. The Nuggets are finally healthy and they need the lineups to start rounding into shape. This game was far from perfect. There were blown leads and lulls, especially while Jokic was on the bench. The team was -19 in the 8 minutes he sat, but overall this felt like the Nuggets of old, and nothing was more encouraging than their performance down the stretch when the game was on the line. Nikola. Jokic's intriguing Nuggets take. Way after close win versus Warriors, it wasn't always pretty for the Denver Nuggets on Tuesday night, but they came from behind in the fourth quarter to pick up a massive 119-5 win over the Golden State Warriors in NBA Cup play. This game didn't have any impact on the group standings in the NBA Cup. The Warriors had already clinched the group while the Nuggets were eliminated, but all games are crucial in a crowded Western Conference. This was the 5th loss in a row for the Warriors, and it was a big win for the Nuggets over one of their biggest rivals in the West. This game was somewhat of a microcosm of the Nuggets season so far. The bench was bad, leading Michael Malone to yank them early during both of their stints in the game. Jamal Murray was up and down throughout the night but made some big plays down the stretch. Nikola Jokic was Nikola Jokic again despite lacking energy and effort for much of the game. All of that volatility has led to some great wins and some very puzzling losses for this Nuggets team so far this season. Jokic summed it up after this game with an honest admission about the team. According to DNVR, Nuggets, despite winning the NBA Finals just 2 seasons ago, much of that Nuggets core is gone and the depth from that team is depleted. Bruce Brown, Jeff Green and Kanafi's Caldwell Pope are gone, and the Nuggets have tried to replace their production with some younger, cheaper pieces. On top of that drop-off in production, supporting pieces such as Jamal Murray aren't giving Denver as much as they did a few years back. All of that has put a very heavy burden on Nikola Jokic to carry the load for this team offensively. As usual, Jokic has met the moment time and time again. He raises the Nuggets floor and away very few stars around the league do, and gives them a chance to win each and every night that he's out there. The Nuggets can barely even survive a few minutes without Jokic on the floor, and that was on display again on Tuesday night. Jokic didn't seem to have a lot of energy during this matchup against the Warriors, and he seemed sort of out of it for much of the night. Despite that, his final stat line was still incredible: 38 points on 14,424 shooting and 3 for 4 from 3-point range, 10 rebounds, 6 assists and 5 steals. The Nuggets outscored the Warriors by 23 points in Jokic's 40 minutes and were outscored by 19 points in just 8 minutes when he was on the bench. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Nikola Jokic? Leave your opinion in the comments.